In October of this year, I attended the 2025 NRA World Shooting Championship held at Camp Atterbury, Indiana. It was an awesome match. The staff did a great job. I had a really fun time. And I was fortunate enough to win this beautiful Marlin model 1894 lever action rifle. All stainless steel construction, 357 Magnum caliber, laminated buttstock, nice checkering on the grip, large loop lever for gloved hands, ghost ring rear sight, nice long Picatinny rail, laminated forend with checkering as well, and a nice fiber optic front sight. I really love this rifle, and I want to thank Marlin for supporting the shooting sports. I'm excited to try it out. I want to use it for this year's deer season, and I want to trick it all out. I love the look of it, but I wanted it to look a little more tactical. So I purchased a tactical buttstock and forend kit from Ranger Point Precision. That came in the other day, and I unboxed it, and I have all the assembly parts in the box. So I want you to take a look at that. Then I'm going to put all those parts on this rifle, show you the final product, and then we'll take it to the range and test fire it. So here's what came in the box. It's the stock assembly, forend assembly, and all the necessary parts. Even comes with a little shell holder for 357 and a cheek piece in the event that I want to put an optic on it, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to do. So it's going to look pretty cool when I get done with it, and we're going to put that together now, and then I'll show it to you. So here it is, all tricked out. Ranger Point Precision forend, buttstock, 8-round shell carrier. I added a blue force gear hunter's sling with sliding buckle, topped off with a loop-holed 1-power prismatic optic. It has a crosshair type reticle in it. This little button here illuminates that reticle for low light conditions. It works great. Ghost ring rear sight, tritium front sight. All I have to do is bare hand, no tools necessary, unscrew this knob right here and take the optic right off, and I can go right to iron sights. Two loads I want to test today are the 158 grain semi-jacketed hollow point. That's traveling around 1950 feet per second. And what I'm really excited about is the 140 grain Hornady FTX, flex tip expanding. It's got a flexible tip on that so you don't have primer detonation in tubular magazines, because that point can hit the primer of the cartridge in front of it. This is a tubular magazine, so it's made for that type of situation. Soft tip, make sure nothing bad's going to happen. And this is traveling around 140 grain bullet, traveling around 1975 feet per second. And I see, read up on it, it's got really good results in the field on deer and such like that. So I'm really excited to try this one out. So let's go to the range. I want to shoot some ballistic gel and maybe some water jugs and just see how this performs. So there it is. There she is, nice and beautiful. All right, let's go to the range. So the weather finally cooperated and we're able to take this bad boy out to the range. I'm going to start out with firing a group of shots, 4 shots at 50 yards, then we'll go check out the target. So there's the 4-shot group I just shot. It looks pretty good. It should be about 2 inches high at 50 to be dead on at 100. 100 and in is pretty much the maximum range for a rifle like this. I think it's perfect for deer hunting or varmint hunting or whatever you want to do, home defense. I think that's more than acceptable accuracy and pretty good hitting power out to 100 yards. So let's try offhand on a steel plate at 50 yards. I have 3 shots in here, so we know it's accurate enough, but how accurate can I be at 50 yards if I had to shoot an offhand shot? Let's try it. Works really good. I love it. Let's go try some ballistic gel. The first roundup is going to be the 158 grain jacketed hollow point, traveling at 1975 feet per second, 1975 feet per second, into ballistic gel. Let's see how this does. Here we go. Also, just as a note, I had a piece of t-shirt over the ballistic gel to simulate someone wearing clothing or some type of outer garment. Let's go take a look and see how the bullet did. So there it is. It was traveling so fast it broke up on impact. Right in here you can see pieces and chunks, and the major part of the bullet is there. Let's pull it out and take a look at it. Only went about 12 inches in gelatin. Definitely deformed drastically. Left a pretty decent wound cavity, but it's all very short. It's only in the first 2 inches. After that, it didn't penetrate very far. Next up is the Hornady FTX, 140 grain FTX flex tip expanding rubber tip made for tubular magazines. This is traveling around 1950 feet per second, 1950 feet per second. Let's see what this will do. That hit really hard. Let's go check out the expansion, see how it did. Much better performance. You could see the big wound cavity, and it traveled all the way the full length of the gel. Still retained a lot of its weight, and you could see the little red tip right in this area here. This one is the 158 grain. This one is the FTX. I think the FTX performed much better than the heavier bullet. I like the FTX so far the best. Deep penetration, nice wound cavity. Next up is the Hornady Critical Duty 357 Magnum 135 grain flex lock. Has a hollow point bullet, but it's filled with a rubberized material on the tip. Let's see how this does. This is traveling only 1,550 feet per second out of this rifle, and it's a factory load. Let's see what this does to ballistic gel. That was a light recoil, but let's see how the bullet performed. So there is the Critical Duty Flex Lock projectile. It went pretty deep into the ballistic gel, approximately 16 inches of penetration. So here's the 3 projectiles that I've fired so far. 158 grain jacketed hollow point, the FTX, and the Flex Lock bullet. The Flex Lock bullet penetrated pretty deep, and it expanded really nicely. And our final test is a 158 grain Federal Hydra-Shock 357 Magnum. This is traveling 1,750 feet per second out of this rifle. Let's see how this does in ballistic gel. Wow, that hit pretty hard. Low recoil, but it was a big effect on the gel. Let's go take a look at the projectile, see how it did. So the Hydra-Shock left a decent wound cavity. That's that upper one there, I believe. And it traveled all the way through the gel block, 3 or 4 inches into the next gel block. It's the one we shot earlier. I just reversed them so we'd have a fresh block. And it penetrated pretty deep. So here are the 4 projectiles that we fired into the gel so far. 158 grain hollow point, 140 grain FTX, the 135 grain Flex Lock Critical Duty, and on the far right, recently fired, the 158 grain Hydra-Shock. All fired through t-shirt material, and they all expanded nicely in the gel. Deepest penetrating was the Hydra-Shock, least penetrating was the 158 grain hollow point. A lot more velocity there, less velocity on the right. So I think the velocity is what disintegrated that first bullet, but it did do a nasty wound cavity. Now for some fun, I have 3 water jugs set up about 10 yards away. I'm going to shoot it with the 158 grain jacketed hollow point. Let's see what this does. Here we go. That was fun. Let's try that again. I've reset, put 3 new water jugs up there. I have the 140 grain Hornady Flex tip. We're gonna try this now. 3 shots, 3 water jugs, rapid fire. Let's see how this goes. That was pretty expanding, man. That was pretty blasty. That looked pretty cool. So there you have it. The 1894 Marlin and 357 Magnum SBL stainless steel, all tricked out with Ranger Point Precision buttstock and forend and a loopholed prismatic scope. Shoots great. Can't wait to try it out for deer season. Till next time, stay safe, and I'll see you on the range.